Hockey on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Ram. Ram 1500 is Motor Trend's 2014 Truck of the Year and first ever back-to-back champion. By Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. And by Meijer. Find low prices on everything your family needs at Meijer.
Welcome back inside Wells Fargo Center here in Philadelphia as the Flyers play host to the Red Wings on another night of Red Wing hockey here on Fox Sports Detroit. Philadelphia looking for their very first home win of the season. Meanwhile, the Red Wings are looking for back-to-back wins as they travel to Philly here tonight. Before we get to all the action, let's get to our EA Sports Player Spotlight. The best hockey video game is in stores now. EA Sports NHL 15. You can lace up the skates and score goals like Henrik Zetterberg, which brings us to our EA NHL 15 Player Spotlight. In 10 career games versus the Flyers, Zetterberg has 9 goals and 7 assists. This season, Hank is tied for third in the NHL with 10 points and leads the Wings so far with 7 assists. He'll look to carry those trends on tonight as the Red Wings look for their first win here in Philadelphia in the regular season since the 1997 season. Can they get it done? We're about to find out. And for the call of all the action, let's get you up to the booth. And the boys that'll call the game tonight, Ken Daniels and Mickey Redmond. Guys, take it away.
Thank you very much, Trevor. Hello again, everybody, from the Wells Fargo Center. Glad you're with us tonight on Fox Sports Detroit and watching coast to coast in Canada on Sportsnet 360. Our starting goaltenders tonight are brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. And Jonas Gustafsson makes his second start of the season. He was outstanding in the victory over Toronto with the shutout in that game, 30 saves. And Ray Emery, he makes consecutive starts for the Philadelphia Flyers. He didn't have back-to-back starts for Philadelphia all last season until the playoffs when Steve Mason was injured. But he gets another start tonight, and his numbers, his save percentage, a little better than Steve Mason, who struggled a little bit more. It'll be Henrik Zetterberg, who's been in on 9 of the past 10 goals for the Red Wings. He's got himself a 4-game point streak with 3 goals and 9 points the past 4 games. He'll be at center. Justin Abdelkader, the overtime hero against Pittsburgh on the left. Gus Nyquist on the right. Sean Couturier starts at center, number 14 for the Flyers, with Matt Reed, number 24, and former Ohio State Buckeye R.J. Umberger in his second tour of duty, number 18 for Philadelphia. As the Red Wings have Kronwall and Eriksson on the back end, and Abdelkader gets to center, pushes one forward. Over there to get it, number 55, Nick Schultz on defense for Philadelphia. Quincy comes over the boards for the Red Wings. The puck ricocheted back. His defense partner, DeKaiser, gives one back to Quincy.
What that tells you is that they want to use Kronwall and Eriksson against the Giroux line. We'll see how that develops. Of course, the Red Wings don't have the option of the last change being away from home.
And Mike Babcock had to put his lineup in first to start the game.
The referee just took a tumble.
He did go down heavily. Referees are Dan O'Rourke and Francis Sharon. And it was O'Rourke who... O'Rourke went tumbling down in the Red Wing zone. Seems to be okay. Point shot there by Quincy in on Emery. And he'll hold on for a face-off. And here's how the Red Wings line up tonight, Matt.
Yes, it'll be Zetterberg, along with Nyquist and Abdelkader. You see Datsuk, and he's got Helm on his right side, Tatar on the left. Nestor still taking Tatar's spot with Sheahan and Yurko. And then, of course, the fourth line stays the same of Anderson, Glendening, and Drew Miller.
And it's the fourth line out there right now with Glendening against Van de Velde. The combined fourth lines have struggled for points as that came close to Emery. Glendening is the only point in the fourth line for the Red Wings. That's a goal. And the Flyers' fourth line with Jones, Van de Velde, and Atkinson has no points on the season. But the Flyers right off the draw will get a change here going. Eriksson takes a peek out to center, and that's deflected up into the crowd and out of play.
Well, Mike Babcock felt that Philadelphia might try to get Sean Couturier against the Zetterberg line. These coaches, they play their hunches before a game, and then they just see how it develops. And a lot of times it ends up in the garbage can, and they go with what's going on the ice as the game develops, and who's hot, who's not, and who's playing well against somebody on the other side, or who can't handle the other line.
Emery will hold on as the Flyers, Craig Berube who took over after Philadelphia began last season 0-3 under Peter Laviolette, and then Craig Berube came on, and the Flyers started the year 1-7, and then things took off as he changed the system, and Philadelphia got much better. And Laviolette, who was fired here after 3 games last year, has Nashville in his first year with the Predators at 5-0-2, and the only team so far without a regulation loss.
I'm wondering if that firing is the only one that was right around the same as Bill Gadsby with the Red Wings way back in the old days. It was after 2 games, I think, that he got fired.
Well, Denny Savard...
Anybody been quicker?
Denny Savard, I think, was 4 games in Chicago before Joel Quenneville.
So Gadsby and Laviolette got him beat.
Pretty much.
It's an infamous beating.
Yes. That puck is up and out of play.
You talk about what have you done for me lately? Oh my God, 2 and 3 games and 4 games. What's going on? But yeah, he did a great job. The big tough guy for the Flyers. Berube, number 27. He could fight anybody in the league and still play the game some. And he's a different guy now, and he's enjoying what he's doing, and his team is playing well for him. Normally, they haven't had the greatest of starts here this year. But nonetheless, they're a team to be reckoned with, and especially, we thought Mason was going to go tonight, but if Emery can be a solid backup and a solid number 2, supposedly to Mason, they could be trouble in the Eastern Conference. And again, Detroit playing 3 straight against teams that they may be fighting with for a playoff spot come down the line.
And a very tough month of October for the Red Wings, and so far, so good at 4-1-2. Zetterberg able to take that puck. The only regulation loss was to the Ducks in the controversial non-call when Conwall was hooked by Getzlaf late in the game. And the Red Wings came away with no points from that one.
You got to be thinking, we started with Pittsburgh. They ended up winning that game in an unlikely fashion. And then here in the next Wednesday in Washington, and to finish the month, they'll be home to L.A. They got to be thinking, we got to get 2 out of the next 3 games here, and it would be a heck of a 10-game October that looked like it could be a lot of trouble before the season began.
Gus Nyquist spinning inside the zone, out there along with Zetterberg and Abdelkader. Came back to the line and picked up by Jake Voracek. With a lead pass to Mark Streit, number 32, the former Islanders captain can't get in. He's got 2 goals and 7 points on the season. Free agent signing a couple of years ago. Jonathan Ericsson brings it back in for the Red Wings. As Pavel Datsyuk is out there with Darren Helm and Thomas Tatar. Sean Couturier able to move it out to center for Umberger. Stolen by Pavel Datsyuk, who finds Helm in full flight. Helm carries in on his backhand, going wide with it, threw it in front. Umberger there for Philadelphia. Tries to play it up the near wall. He did for Reed, and it goes deep into Red Wing territory. Eriksson trying to tie up Couturier. Reed gets the stick in there, matched there by Conwall. They jam in the corner to the right of Jonas Gustafsson. Datsyuk waiting for the puck to squirt free. Pavel finally says, the heck with you guys, I'll take it myself.
He usually does get it when it's a...
He went for Helm, who went off to his left. Pavel thought he was going to go right up the middle. Helm, oh, a good play by Emery. Here's Kindle with a drive, and that was stopped. Kindle's got it again. Took another shot that was blocked by Reed and chipped out to center ice. Couturier at the end of a long shift just bats it down.
I don't think that got through to Ray Emery. Again, lots of traffic in front of the net, as there usually is in these NHL games anymore. Sometimes it's life and death to get the puck through onto the net.
Anderson with a good tip in for Drew Miller. Miller had Glendening in front of the goal. Miller circling the net. Had a shot attempt blocked, then beat Simmons to the puck. In back of the Philadelphia net, where the ice was taken away there by a good forecheck by Glendening. As he boxed out Giroux. As the puck is moved ahead. Smith will go after it. Simmons after him. Brendan Smith will skate it out of trouble. Good pass ahead. Here's Anderson with a shot that Emery saves. Anderson were looking for the rebound, but will hold on.
What a pass there by Brendan Smith. He used his really good speed to just pull away from Wayne Simmons and set that play up. Anderson, and let's take you back to Thursday night at the Joe. 3-1 Pittsburgh with 3 minutes left, 2 late goals, and this one to win it with less than a minute left in overtime. What a beauty for Abdelkader, and his dad was there, and he said, now I can sit down, Mickey. I saw him after the game. Said he ended up with the Zamboni. He said, that might be my place from now on. The Zamboni into the ice at the Joe.
No use changing. Save made there by Emery. Came quickly off his pad. Riley Sheahan out with Andre Nestrasil and Thomas Yurko. Red Wing coaching staff wants Nestorsil to get back to how he started the season, just being a heavy body. Just making the plays and being responsible defensively.
Yeah, he hasn't been noticeable either way, either bad or good, the last couple of games.
And DeBeldi carries in number 76 for Philadelphia. And that's the Flyers' fourth line out there. Yurko tries to get past. He couldn't. And there's the rookie in his first NHL game, Shane Gostisbehere, with a good pass ahead for Atkinson at center. Moving it through to Strike. Strike can't get past Zetterberg.
Oh boy.
Back to the line here to Gostisbehere. Emery to the bench for an extra skater. Gostisbehere just sent it wide off the back of the net. And pulled back in, and the Red Wings touch, and there'll be a holding call from Dan O'Rourke.
Well, Zetterberg's not going to like this call. And he's letting O'Rourke know about it, too, as he heads to the penalty box. Boy, oh boy, that's a really, really weak call from that replay. Holy smoke. No wonder he didn't like it.
Flyers power play 7 for 26 on the season, 5th in the NHL, but 0 for 4 the past 2 games. They had been 7 for 19 the previous 4, so it had been red hot. Giroux threw one across that got blocked. The Flyers captain went after again, but could be a break here for the Red Wings as Anderson pushes one ahead to Glendening. Went to go back to Anderson, but Jake Voracek did a nice job coming back defensively. Number 93 for Philly carries ahead. He had 23 goals, a personal best last season. Did Voracek, the former Blue Jacket, sent back his way by Braden Shen and knocked away by the Wings.
Look at this pressure again right here. It's Miller. This is why the main reason that the Red Wing penalty killing has been perfect so far this season. Pressure like that to mess up the other team from getting an easy and good start coming out of their own zone.
Mark Streit. Sent in by Giroux. Gustafsson to stop it. Fired around by DeKeyser, but not out. Held in on the backhand smartly there by Streit. Flyers move it quickly. Giroux to Streit, and a shot is blocked. Streit over to the far side as Abdelkader watches him. Miller the other forward. DeKeyser able to knock it down and sending it off the glove of Streit.
They use Claude Giroux, who's going to go off now. Right-hand shot on the left point, and boy, he's dangerous over there, but now off the ice.
Approaching a half-minute remaining in the Zetterberg holding penalty. First penalty of this game. 2 of the least penalized teams in the league going at it here tonight. Umberger popped it back. Gostisbehere had to hurry to get over. He's somewhat of a rover back there on the blue line, the defenseman number 53. He'll take chances. Came loose here. Joachim Anderson stops at the line. Late man coming is Brendan Smith into a crowd. Got support there from Helm. Helm took the hit, played the puck. Keeps on going with it and protects it to kill off some valuable seconds as Zetterberg standing in the box, and now the expiration of his penalty as he's out. Gostisbehere with a good pass and went off Couturier. Puck bouncing down at center, but the Flyers, they're offside. We'll return to the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia in a moment. A goalless first period.
No score here, but there was in 1997. Our AT&T U-verse Reverse, June 3rd of 97. Red Wings Game 2 Stanley Cup Finals in Philadelphia. They won the series 4 straight. Shanahan 2 goals. Wings win 4-2 in Philly. And
then came home and won the cup.
Then came home, won 2 games later, and celebrated with Steve Yzerman like this. 1997. What is that? 17 years ago?
Well, 16 years ago. The last regular season win here was January 25th of 97.
Yeah.
Last regular season win, and then the Red Wings won the first 2 here in the playoffs of that same year. And not a since, although they've only met the 8 regular season games since. So
17 years, 18 years ago. Long time.
This is the first time since 92-93 the Red Wings played 2 regular season games in Philadelphia. So it's been a long time since playing here twice. They'll be back here in the middle of March.
High stick against Darren Helm, and Red Wings will get their first power play opportunity here of the night. 12-13 still to play in the first period. Right off the faceoff, pretty much. Helm with that speed, busting into the zone, and he got high stick by Matt Reed, it looked like. And he made sure that everybody saw it.
Pavel Datsyuk will line up at the right point. Henrik Zetterberg will come in and take the face-off on this first power play unit. The Red Wings 2 for 27 on the power play in the season. It's the 27th power play in the league against the 27th penalty killing unit. Couturier will carry in. Put it out in front, knocked away as Datsyuk was in position. These are the two of the top three least penalized teams in the league. Philadelphia is second, and the Red Wings third. Philadelphia led the league last year in penalty minutes.
I was going to say, the Broad Street Bullies aren't the bullies right now.
No.
I guess those guys in the 70s got it all in. Got more than their money's worth.
Yes, they did.
Datsyuk. Pass was behind. Conwell able to tip it, but Zetterberg has to carry up and bring it back in. Datsyuk. Delays there. In behind is Zetterberg. Looks to the line. Gets the return pass. Finds Datsyuk open and a wrist shot. Didn't get through. Helms got it. Datsyuk to Kronwall. Yurko heads to the slot. Zetterberg circling the goal and was checked. Datsyuk gets over as the Flyers unable to clear it out. Zetterberg waits, looks down low. Helm gives him the puck back. The Red Wing captain off the kick plate for Helm.
Got to get that puck back to the point. Nobody's open in front.
Zetterberg looks to the point. Datsyuk gives him the puck back. Crowd in front. Zetterberg a second whack at it. Came loose. Far side. Datsyuk delays. Save off the pads of Emery. 15 to go in the Bell Tire power play. Zetterberg to Kronwall. The shot gets blocked. Umberger, good job there. Zetterberg again. Flyers all standing on their bench. Datsyuk down low. Helm pulled it back. Never got a shot. Kicked back by Datsyuk. Just out to center. Out of the box came Reed. And Gustafsson will move it.
Look out. This could be an icing. It probably should have been an icing.
Both teams 0 for 1 with the man advantage so far tonight. Nearly stolen there by Tatar. Brought back in by Voracek. Up along with Raffl. Centering pass by Giroux. Ricocheted right back as Nyquist able to move one here into Tatar. Tatar cuts to the middle, waits. Late man coming. There's a shot by Sheahan. Sheahan checks Luke Schenn. And then put it off Sheahan. Gathered it back in front for Tatar. And that was blocked. I think caught a piece of Schenn in front of the goal. The Kaiser will pump it right back in, and Tatar will do likewise, and the Red Wings and Flyers will get changed.
Nice shift for those guys, though. One of their best of the night so far here, halfway through period number 1.
Sent in by Simmons. Braden Schenn goes after it for the Flyers. He wears number 10. Brother Luke wears number 22. Brendan Smith on the attack. The Red Wing defenseman goes in deep there with Gostisbehere. Played back to center. Braden Schenn, number 10. Like Brother Luke, the 5th overall pick.
You got to be kidding me.
Another penalty upcoming.
Yeah, it'll be Detroit here. It's a funny play with Simmons. He almost initiated the contact, and yet Detroit will pay the price as Quincy goes to the box. 8:50 to go. No score in this one. We'll be back after this. 8:50 to go here, first period. It's been a choppy first period at that, and Kyle Quincy is in the box for 2 hands. When you see it from that angle, it's hard to argue against the call. Simmons, good position, got in behind Quincy, and the Red Wing penalty kill will do its thing, or try to, one more time.
Luke Glendening on this face-off against Claude Giroux. I asked Glendening, how do you like the shot blockers? He said, I don't love them. Tried them last game, keeping them on, but still better safe than sorry. And the Flyers have been urged by their coaching staff to wear them. They've had so many foot injuries. Giroux shooting one that went high. But it can't be mandated by the team to wear them. It's up to the player, whether they want the extra protection on the foot or not. Giroux with a hard pass across. They move it quickly, and Gustafsson came way out on that and just tipped wide. Simmons has it. Schenn in the slot. Giroux on the near board. For Schenn, a shot. Gustafsson got a piece of that. Jake Voracek. Sent one in, and Gustafson will hold on. Boy, the Flyers really moved that puck quickly.
They sure do, and if we can get the right angle here, and I think we will, we'll show you how Schenn got a really good scoring chance. He's in a soft area right between the forecheckers, the Red Wing forwards, and the defense. Hold it right there, gang. See, he's in this no man's land right here. Your defense is back here, and your forwards are out here, and he comes down to this area, and he one-times the pass. Look at that right there. Missed the net. He's lucky, where the Red Wings are, that he didn't get it on net. That's a pretty good scoring chance by number 10, Schenn.
Giroux sets up top of the circle. Shot hit a leg. Voracek with it. Went behind the goal to Simmons. That didn't work, and Mike Babcock and company all ducking over at the Red Wing bench to get out of the way of that one. Face-off will stay in Detroit territory. You can laugh about it now. Missed him. He's all right.
He's got enough scars on his face from his playing days at McGill and out in Western Canada. Babcock was a defenseman.
Piled up the points in the Old English League, too, you know.
You mean over in London?
Over in London, oh yeah. He was Bobby Orr over there. My goodness, the points he put up. And he'll tell you, it was a tough league. Cleared in front of the goal, they all had him ducking again. Not safe over there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, coaches wearing helmets one day. Granado's telling De Kaiser comes to the bench now. He said, will you aim a little better, please? Pocket picked and a good defensive play by Glendening. Back into the Philadelphia zone, going to get it is Giroux.
Tough league in what way? You mean physically or just a tough league to play in?
No, my tongue was in my cheek.
I got you. Oh, I see.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Oh, he'll be the first to tell you that.
It's a walk in the park, was it?
Sort of.
Okay.
Given away by the Flyers. Ablocator knocked it out of the air, but Philly touched the no-high stick, and out of all that, the Red Wings get a face-off in the Flyers zone.
And again, choppy. Only 19 seconds left to the penalty to Quincy.
And the Red Wings, the only team in the National Hockey League not to allow a power play goal this year. And if you go back to last season, they're 26 consecutive kills.
Flyers right behind Pittsburgh. So Pennsylvania, something in the water in Pennsylvania, I guess, with these power plays, eh?
Is that what you're putting it to?
Put it to the water. What else we got?
Okay.
Where else can we look?
I'm not touching that.
The ginger ale, maybe.
Move it ahead. Get across center and into the Red Wing zone. On the heart around. To the corner. Miller. Out of the box comes Quincy. So Philadelphia 0 for 2 on the power play.
3 defensemen on the ice. They need to figure that one out, and they do quickly. And Quincy goes to the box for a chance.
Now it's just shot in by Nick Schultz, formerly with the Wild, the Oilers, and the Blue Jackets. Before arriving here in Philadelphia this past summer, Glendening will backhand it in. He'll go off in a change now as Pavel Datsyuk goes back in. Datsyuk out along with Zetterberg and Abdelkader. Comes to the point to Kindle. Shot hit Grossman in front for Philadelphia. The Flyers pass ahead to Michael Raffl. Raffl taken out by Quincy. Belmar with it. Couldn't do anything with it, though.
Quincy picked his pocket.
Abdelkader on the left wing with a shot. That goes off the stick. Up into the netting and out of play. You're watching Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire.
This game break brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers, Buffalo and San Jose. Third period, Nick Delorier crashes the net and cashes in his first goal of the season, and the Sabres get the win. Final score, 2-1. Ken and Mick, back to you in Philly.
Thank you, Justin. Mike Babcock's team has outshot the Flyers 9-4 at this juncture. It's under 6 to play in the first period. Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond, Trevor Thompson with you, and our Fox Sports Detroit crew. Glad you're with us tonight from Philadelphia. And the Red Wings will have a few days off after this one before traveling to the nation's capital for a game on Wednesday and then back home on Halloween against the Stanley Cup champion Los Angeles Kings.
Yeah, on paper, this month looked like a real difficult month, or potentially difficult, with a lot of really good opposition. And so far, the Red Wings have been able to carry on here and only lose 1 game in regulation, and that was on that controversial ending that you mentioned with Getzlaf and Anaheim.
And they've won 3 of their past 5, the Red Wings, and points in the other 2. Tatar will shoot it in. In there against Luke Schenn. Kindle moved up. Brendan Smith checked by Simmons, slashing at him. Made the play, and back into the Philadelphia end it goes. Taken out of the play was Michael Del Zotto, who goes back to get it again, the former New York Ranger first-round pick in 08. Signed somewhat late as a free agent, the end of August by Philadelphia. Stolen at center, brought back in by Helm. Winding up and ricocheted. A shot went high and up into the netting and out of play. Well, get the $59 fan pack to see the Wings take on the Kings Halloween night. 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 soft drinks starting at just $59. Plus the first 5,000 fans at the Joe receive a Halloween-themed t-shirt. For tickets, call 313-471-7575 right now. Ticket executives are standing by. Thomas Jurko looking for his first goal of the season. On a line tonight with Sheahan and Nestrasil. Just 2 points between them. That line looking to get the offense going. Red Wings have been terrific defensively this season. 4th best in the National Hockey League. 1.66 goals against. The Flyers at the other end of the spectrum. No pun intended on that one. They're 27th.
Way to go. Get that one in the old spectrum.
Yeah, but the Red Wings need to pick up the offensive side of the game.
Outside of 4 and 3, 7 minutes the other night where they got 3 goals, it has been a dogfight to score goals for this team.
Jurko tries to get past. He got some help. There it is. There's one. Great play in front. Sheahan.
Wow.
And he gets his first, and the Red Wings lead 1-0.
And no interference call either on the play, as Jurko did a good job to keep his feet moving. But as everybody's watching that, Riley Sheahan snuck in behind and picked up the loose puck. And as we take a look at it, it's Grossman. And Sheahan just is in the outside, and nobody paid attention to him. Watch the Flyers here. See Sheahan comes to the outside over here, and they all go in the middle, but to the far side, to the left of Emery. And nicely done by Riley Sheahan. Holy smoke.
And what a great pass by Andre Nestrasil. That was a terrific feedback after Jurko made the play. And Nestrasil. So we talked about the line not getting the points, and all 3 of them in on that one, with Sheahan getting his first of the year from Nestrasil and Jurko. And the Red Wings have a very important 1-0 lead on the road in Philadelphia, where the Flyers have yet to win this season at home. 0-1 and 2 shootout losses. So Riley Sheahan, whose offensive skills are pretty darn good, when he gets going. He had 9 goals, 42 games last year, and 24 points. And he led Red Wing rookies in goals and points a season ago. Gets his first of the year here. Helm with Datsuk and Tatar. As the Red Wings now look to try and get Thomas Tatar going a little bit. With just the 1 goal on the season.
You know, 2 Flyer defensemen went to Nestrasil. Actually, a forward and a defenseman, and that left Riley Sheahan all alone in front of the net, staring down Ray Emery. So a miscue for the Flyers defensively, and it cost them.
Helm, Tatar, and Datsuk. Tatar telling me this morning, as much as he'd like to get some goals, he has to battle just to get the puck and give it back to Pavel.
Well,
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, but for his own sake, he's got to do a little more north-south instead of so much east-west. He's fiddling and diddling and carrying on too much, and I think for him, less is more offensively.
Too much dangling, just start sniping.
You got it.
Dangle, and snipe is don't dangle too much. Datsuk.
This is the only guy that can dangle more than anybody else. He can get away with it.
Yeah, he sure can, number 13.
Well, sometimes you just try to get too cute, make the perfect play, and it just is not working out. You got to, less is more, for sure. Keep it simple.
Just over 3 to play in the opening period as Quincy goes back to get it. Went off the skate of Zetterberg. Out of the reach of Grossman. Good shot blocking defenseman, Nicholas Grossman. The Flyers have had some trouble on the back end with injuries. Timo Timonen on long-term IR with blood clots. Won't be back to maybe midpoint of the season, if then, as Simmons carries in. Gustafsson, good save there. Flyers with control in the Red Wing zone. Moving it back to the line to Grossman. That hit the stick of Abdelkader, able to block that. Quincy feathered one around. Zetterberg, forced there by Skin, came loose into the middle and brought ahead here by Gus Nyquist. Has Abdelkader with him with a new stick. Abdelkader's got it. Stays with it. Back to the line. Jonathan Eriksson with a quick shot that went wide of the net. Wayne Simmons just gets it back out to center. Not only are the Flyers without Timo Timonen, they're also without Braden Coburg and Andrew McDonald. Both recent injuries for Philadelphia on defense.
Would all be in the lineup.
Miller's got it, the shot, and a save by Emery. Yes, they would. They're out looking, shopping for a defenseman now, and they're even thinking of the likes of Ryan Whitney, who's playing over in the Continental Hockey League.
Good name from the past.
Sure is.
The Bruins might be looking for a defenseman too, since trading Wojciech and having Chara go down with that knee. He could be gone a lot longer than they think too.
Kronwall didn't have his stick in his hands, kicked it to the line, and the Red Wings get a break there, and it comes back to center. Stopped in back of the goal as Kronwall gives it for Eriksson. Just shot it out to center, and an intended pass didn't work. Good block there by Gustafsson.
Gustafsson is so good at that. Boy, I'll tell you what. Huge difference when a guy can go back there and make that play. You saw Carey Price the other night in Montreal. He's like a third defenseman. Maybe in today's world, he's the Hextall of the old days, or the modern days, moving the puck all over the place.
Ron Hextall, now the general manager here in Philadelphia.
And he moved the puck really well as a goaltender.
Last minute of play in the first period.
And if you didn't get the puck, you'd get your legs.
Yes, he would.
Smith with a long pass, just failing to connect there with Andre Nestrasil. Brendan Smith forced the issue at the Flyer line, went up into their bench to the glove, and that's why we get a stop in play. Nestrasil helps set up that goal by Riley Sheahan, and with that, we'll bring you your local Toyota dealers scouting report on Andre Nestrasil, whose skating is improving. And as we spoke to him, I said, "Your skating improved? How did it used to be?" He said, "Not very good. Just ask Ken Holland about it. It was awful." So he dropped a lot of weight, and his skating has improved.
I wonder if they got that puck for him. That's his first point in the National Hockey League. So it's an assist, but nonetheless.
It was a beautiful assist, too,
Sure
for your
was.
first point. Nice little dangle there by Giroux. Nobody there to help him
It
finish.
was a nice job by DeKaiser on Simmons in front.
The Red Wings don't clear that puck out of the zone after that. Giroux trying to get it along with Couturier. As the Flyers load up here in the final seconds of the period, Quincy saw the hit coming from Simmons. Put the body in himself. Giroux again. To the point. 5 seconds to go in the period. And they missed Giroux with that pass as he couldn't connect with Simmons. And the Red Wings outshoot the Flyers 11-5 in the first 20 minutes and lead it 1-0. And the goal by Riley Sheahan, who will guest with Trevor Thompson in our Ram intermission report with Darren Chris in the studio along with Justin White. Well, two players in the game tonight have had big games in their collegiate careers. The first, Shane Gostisbehere, 2014 NCAA title with Union College, Schenectady, New York, and actually won it in this very building. Defeated the University of Minnesota 7-4 on April 12, 2014, right here. He had a goal and 3 assists that night and was the MVP. And here, Justin Abdelkader in a little bit tighter than was the other night against Pittsburgh, but looks similar, beating Corey Schneider, Boston College, Rick Comley and company, the NCAA title 2007 to Michigan State, winning 3-1 on April 7th, 2007 in St. Louis. There's Abdelkader's winner, and all part of our Hanson's report card on the man making his NHL debut tonight, number 53 on the Flyers defense, Shane Gostisbehere, who hails from Pembroke Pines in Florida, and his parents and his grandparents are here tonight. I had a chance to speak with Shane this morning, and I said, "Who's your hero?" And he said, "My father, Regis." who still holds down 2 jobs, works for UPS at night, construction during the day, and I said, well, that may not be for long if you continue on the trend that you're setting here. And I said, and a hockey hero, he said, Pavel Bure from his time in Florida. I know I'm a defenseman, but I love Bure's speed, and that kid's got plenty of it.
Pretty good pick on Bure, that's for sure.
Yep. So second period is underway. As Nyquist goes after it, threw it to the front of the goal. Abdelkader, former Spartan star, couldn't get his stick on that puck. Big win for the Spartans over the Wolverines this afternoon. Spartan Stadium. Zetterberg carries ahead. Up with Nyquist, cuts to the middle and a shot. And that deflected off Zetterberg, going to the front of the net.
Nice job by Ray Emery to pick that up. Boy, he had a double clutch on that. There's Nyquist. Put that yo-yo to sleep, cut to the middle, changed everything around. Players going all over the place. There's that cut, and then he goes to the net. And it was delayed getting there. So nice job by Emery to pick that thing up.
Both the Flyers and Red Wings, their latest victories at the expense of the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Red Wings in the overtime, thanks to Abdelkader, and they continued the energy they had that night. The Flyers have not. They won 5-3 at Consol Energy Center. Believe it or not, the Flyers, since that building was erected, have won 10 of 12 meetings from the Penguins in their bunt.
And just like Detroit, they scored 2 goals late in the third period to break a 3-3 tie.
And the Flyers experienced at the hands of the Montreal Canadiens in a setback exactly what Detroit did. You will be telling me this morning they had Montreal for 2 periods and the Canadiens turned it off in the third. Just using their speed, and I said, yes, that's exactly what happened with the Wings. He said, yes, I watched the tape, I saw it. Quincy for Helm. Gostisbehere checked it. Straight pushes one into Detroit territory. And Belmar threw one back in front. Mishandled by Gostisbehere. Go back and get it on defense with Shen. Quick outlet there and ahead for Simmons. Glendening goes back. Here, Edward Belmar, check him. Good outlet here for Glendening. Backhanded one to the Flyer line and no further. Philadelphia's offside at the Detroit line as Glendening begins to mix it up there with Belmar a little bit, and Simmons comes in.
You know Simmons isn't going to be far away. If any kind of a ruckus, he'd like to be a part of it. Now, he's been a pretty good citizen this year so far. But Stindl playing the body there. He put himself offside. Belmar did. And so far, the Flyers, only 5 shots on goal, have been a bit frustrated here. They've only won 2 games at home. And this is game 8 for them, so they've had a bit of a rocky start.
They did get a couple of points in the shootout losses. They haven't won in 3, but have not been pointless here. Kept in at the line. Good play by Conwall for Riley Shan, the goal scorer. Up along with Nestrasil, who's got his first NHL point tonight. Thomas Yurko had the other helper. Who's get a big contribution from their third line early on.
Yurko got wiped out.
Yurko in there digging for it again along with Shan. Coming up with the puck is Jason Atkinson. He's played as many playoff games as regular season games for the Flyers. Gustafsson got all turned around. No harm done there. Nestrasil bringing it ahead. Into the left wing offensive corner. Ray Emery will move the puck around. Grossman chipped it for the Flyers. Back in the Red Wing territory to Kaiser. Danny to Kaiser, got to center. Get through there by Zetterberg. Right to Emery, on to Grossman. Classified as that stay-at-home defenseman. Couturier able to knock the puck to neutral ice and right back in by Detroit. Flyers' issues last season, for the most part, came against very close checking teams. And Penguins try to accomplish some of that here tonight. 13-5 of the shots in Detroit's favor.
They're very good if you give them space, but I guess, you know, a lot of teams could say the same thing.
Yeah. Flyers with Couturier and Simmons and Giroux.
It's the one thing that Mike Babcock, the Red Wing coach, has talked about for the most part this season, outside of the Boston game. Red Wings' great effort as far as skating is concerned, and very, very aggressive, especially on the penalty kill.
There's a look at Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, who's nearly 30 years old, a native of France. He was a star at the World Championship, and here was his first National Hockey League goal from the other night against the Penguins. Nice goal. And he also had the shootout winning goal that upset Canada in the preliminary round at the World Championships. So a star overseas at the age of 30, getting a chance here in the NHL. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare.
A long but rewarding road for him.
Yep.
As anybody that plays in the minors a long time. It used to happen a lot in the old days, not so much anymore. Usually if you don't make the NHL within 3-4 years, organizations are moving on from it.
And Helm's shot was deflected wide by Nick Schultz. Flyers couldn't connect on that pass, and back to get it goes Kronwall. Last season series between these two teams saw the Flyers win 2 in here, and the Red Wings won at home. And the winning team in each game scored at least 5 goals. It was a high-scoring affair a season ago. Red Wings lost in here 6-3 and 5-0. Simmons. Backhands one, but a perfect read and grab there by Miller for Brendan Smith. In it goes. Emery out to stop it. Cleared around for Braden Shen. Simmons coming in. And a big check throw in there on Brendan Smith. And that was Bellemare who got a piece of him. The Flyers are mixing up their lines tonight, trying to get something going. Shen will clear it down. Red Wings will take over. Long pass is a good one for Nestrasil. Put it toward the goal. Yurko lift with a stick. Has it. Centered out in front. As Sheahan tried to get in a stick on Yurko. Good recovery there and good persistence with it. Put it off to the other side. Moving in is Quincy. Backhand to forehand, and a shot to the goal went off a Flyer's stick. Knocked neatly out of the air there by Sheahan, and a good spin back to keep control to Nestrasil. Shooting, and he just missed in a bid for his first National Hockey League goal. He's got an assist tonight. Yurko back to the point. And that'll be held through a crowd with Nestrasil in front by Emery. Red Wings continue to lead 1-0. You're watching Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire.
Welcome back, Philadelphia Flyers. One of the reasons they're giving up 17 shots here in 26.5 minutes of hockey is this right here. Take a look at all these guys. They don't quite know what to do here in the defensive zone. Hold it right there. 2 guys go for the puck carrier. That leaves Nestrasil all alone. He's got to stay home and cover the front of the net. He's got a day and a half to get this shot away, albeit at a bad angle. All you can try to do with the goalie down is get it under the bar. But that's maybe his best opportunity in quite a while, maybe 3 games for Nestrasil. But the Flyers are really on their heels defensively with the Red Wing speed, and Riley Sheahan, besides that, Ken, is really feeling it after getting his first goal of the year and Nestrasil's first assist.
Zetterberg back of the goal after a nice job on that faceoff to help kick it back and keep it alive. Nyquist to Abdelkader. Nyquist with it again. Zetterberg trying to create a pick for him. He's got 2 Flyers tied up. Smith wanted the puck. Comes back to the line. Nyquist circling with it. Now Kindle moves in. He goes back for Brendan Smith at the line. Took the shot to the goal. Abdelkader's got it, and good save there by Emery. Back to the point. Smith went wide. Kindle moving in. Couturier for Philadelphia. And the Flyers just desperate to clear it. They do into the Red Wing bench, so face-off will come up to the left of Emery. Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller Time. Later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite.
The natives are a little bit restless here in Detroit now with 18 shots to Philadelphia's 5. And they're all over them this whole shift. And Abdelkader on a rebound, doesn't get a hard shot, but one that could have found its way, but Emery again was in the right place.
Helm with a shot just wide of the goal. Look for it again, and a bouncer blocked aside. Loose in front of that Datsyuk.
Wow.
After Tatar had an opportunity to take a whack at it. Pavel Datsyuk's got it. Back okay to take faceoffs tonight. Feeling a little bit better, so he's the center on this line as Helm's gone to the wing. Pavel with it again. Straight on him is Datsyuk. Look at that move. Pulled it back in. Made the play. Here's Tatar. Cuts to the goal. He's right in. Saved by Emery. Loose, and he's got that. What a play off the wall by Pavel Datsyuk. Not that we should be surprised.
These fans are actually booing their team right now. Detroit in the last two shifts have been all over the Flyers. They can't get the puck away. And even though they did a pretty good job against Datsyuk, he managed to come up with it. Tatar separated himself from the pile and went to the net. And again, bad angle shot, but still a pretty good scoring chance set up by Pavel Datsyuk. It's a timeout on the ice, and we will take a break. 12:18 to go in the second. A lot. He didn't raise his voice hardly one bit. Very, very collected about what's going on here.
So we'll see how his team responds. 2 minutes away from the halfway point in this game.
The Flyers just seem to have no confidence at all. This probably will be, no, they let it go. They have no confidence at all in their own zone, and they're scrambling around there. No communication whatsoever.
And as we mentioned, they are hurting on the back end with injuries, but all teams go through that. Coburn and McDonald are two key guys back there. They miss it. Now the Red Wings want to take advantage of that. And again, the Red Wings come up with the puck. And the Flyer fans here at Wells Fargo Center letting their team hear it. First on it again goes Yurko. Checked in there by Blair Jones. Moved it back to the point. High and off the glass. A race for it as Sheahan closed down on his check Jones. Now to the other side. Luke Schenn to the line, but not out. Put right back in on goal by Nestrasic.
His pressure is just causing the Flyers, and Emery says enough of this crap.
It's relentless.
And it's causing the Flyers all kinds of problems. Listen to the boos. Wow. Tough way to go at home. Only 5 shots on goal. We're almost at the halfway point.
Look at our flag star, bank star watching Nick Kronwall, whom you focused on in our open tonight. He was tied last season with Daniel Alfredson with 49 points for the scoring lead. Having a nice start to this year, too.
Well, maybe that's what Greg Berube said to his team. He said, look, guys, we probably could be down by 3 or 4 goals, but we're not. So let's just get it together here. We're still in the game, only 1 shot down. And they're lucky they're not down by more than that.
Immediate change in the back end there by Detroit as Kronwall and Eriksson come over the boards. Kronwall spent a lot of time the other night against Sidney Crosby and company, and look at this move.
Yes, he really took a nice pass from Darren Helm there and made a beautiful move to the net on his first goal. And then from Datsyuk, what a setup that was. Double deflection off Penguin players and into the net.
That was the tying goal of 1921.
And the first goal, he turned Patrick Hornquist inside out, and he played the puck and not the body, and he made him pay.
And it was Kronwall who set up Zetterberg's overtime winner, 1-0 to beat the Maple Leafs. And again, Abdelkader will get it down. This one, though, they'll call for icing, and just barely. So the Flyers get the puck into the Red Wing zone finally, and it's off an inadvertent icing by the Wings. Michael Del Zotto, who was dealt to Nashville for Kevin Klein last season after he left the Rangers and then signed here in Philadelphia. 3 assists on the season. Been much better. Flyers say he's been a little bit more physical. Straight shot just wide. Oh, Gustafsson had to be careful. That came out quickly. Off the backboards. Straight with a shot. Hit a body in front of the net. As Zetterberg ties up Giroux. Giroux out there along with Voracek. Abdelkader carries with Nyquist and Zetterberg. Back to get it though was Michael Raffl. Brought back in by Jake Voracek. Ooh, shot just low on the stick side and wide. Zetterberg without a stick. And he's saying why? There should be a penalty.
That's what's
and
going to
it's going
happen.
to be called.
Yeah, Zetterberg got the stick knocked out of his hand. It'll be called interference or slashing, one of the two. And the Red Wings will go to the power play when we come back. Half a game left. Second straight period, the Philadelphia Flyers have not got a shot on goal in the first 10 minutes of the period. And a moment ago, though, Giroux won a draw. This shot did not hit the net, although it almost went in off the backboard. And off of Gustafson's pad. 5 shots for the Flyers. 9:57 to go in the second period. And they're down 1-0. That's maybe the good news for them.
So the Red Wings are on a belt tire power play. Giroux in the box for slashing. Knocked down on the play was Datsuk. Kronwall forced there by Couturier. In behind for Helm. He couldn't pick it up cleanly. Datsuk able to keep into Yurko. Back to Datsuk. Tough one to handle. It was up in the air. He knocked it down. And Luke Shano backhanded out of harm's way. Kronwall goes back to get it. Red Wings' second power play of this game. Zetterberg tries to split the D. Schenn was there and he'll clear it. Gustafsson will come way out to play it. Datsuk turns. 2 assists in the 2 games that he's played. Henrik Zetterberg didn't pick up a point on that first Red Wing goal, but he's been on 9 of the past 11 Red Wing tallies. Riley Sheahan got the goal, and he's out there now. De Kaiser for Zetterberg. Nestrasil and Sheahan gets it around the kick plate for Datsuk. And he was checked. Goes back to get it. Wheels burning through center. Nestrasil worked himself right into the corner. Gets checked.
Worked himself right into trouble is what he did. He had the point play open, and he looked and didn't make the play. And the next thing you know, he was taken out of the play.
Van de Velde slashing at Nyquist. Nyquist stays with it, gives it through. Nestrasil right in. Made the play to Sheahan, just couldn't finish. Flyers back at full strength. Tatar took a shot, he missed on the far side. Giroux out of the box to go after it. De Kaiser. Hooked by Giroux on the way back. Pushed it along for Tatar, who gets hit by Van de Velde. Quincy around the safety of his own goal. Backhands one ahead as the Red Wings in the midst of a change. Joachim Anderson takes the shot, goes off the leg. Drew Miller. Taken to the boards by Grossman. Anderson digs the puck free. Anderson a wraparound off Emery. Claude Giroux forced back by Glendening. Who got a piece of the outlet try and goes to get it with his speed. Glendening turns and gets taken to the boards. Drew Miller second man in. Glendening hacked at by Giroux. Staying with it, and Streit recovers for Philadelphia. Under 7 to play in period number 2. Brendan Smith goes back. Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond with you from the Wells Fargo Center on Fox Sports Detroit tonight and on Sportsnet 360 coast to coast in Canada.
Well, since that only goal of the game scored by Riley Sheahan, he's really been on top of his toes. And Nestrasil here made a nice play to Sheahan at the far side. Right here, you see the Flyers again got caught, but he wasn't able to handle the pass. So again, Philadelphia not sure of where to go in the defensive zone, but they get away with it.
Punched aside by Gustafsson.
And listen to this,
if they give him a shot on goal,
oh my,
or was it going wide? They've still got 5 posted. We'll see. It's 23-5 right now. So the hometown shot keeper, we gave him one. That'll get a rise out of the crowd too. So they get their first shot 13-20 into the period of this period. 6 in the game. The Red Wings are 23, but you know they'd like to have more than a 1-0 lead here. Offside, Simmons jumped in ahead of the play. Tough spot, Philadelphia.
Always has been.
Yes.
But usually they're better than this at home, and they're hearing it from the hometown fans for sure tonight.
Well, Wayne Simmons, what a player he's been. One of 7 Flyers to score 20 last season. He had 29 goals, 15 on the power play, and 60 points. All the personal best. And since that deal, Mick, he came from L.A. with Brayden Schenn for Mike Richards.
Right.
Turned out to be a pretty good deal for Philadelphia. Yes, Richards has won those cups with L.A. He's got a team-high 77 goals since the deal.
Well, yeah, he had 28, and then he had in a half a year. In the lockout year, he had 15, which prorates into about almost 30, and then 29 last year again. And he's got 5 so far this year, so he's off to a great start.
Yeah. I don't think the Kings are complaining the way things have gone for them either. Or should they?
He's won 2 cups.
Yep.
They shouldn't complain.
Galzano back for Schultz. Abdelkader went to hit him. That one they call no icing. Kronwall. Quickly ahead for Quincy. Kronwall will try again as the Flyers in the midst of a change. Abdelkader. Just about 20 feet inside the Flyer line. Knocked away from Giroux. Then Rothwell had it taken away from him by Zetterberg. Good outlet to Zetterberg on a wing feed here. Pavel Datsyuk. Zetterberg goes off on the change. Tatar comes on for him. Helm, the other forward on this line for the Red Wings. Gustafsson will play it. Giroux couldn't block it. To the point and just wide of the goal. Wraparound try for Voracek. Datsyuk. There's a penalty coming here for the Red Wings.
Well, we don't know who got it, although we know it's going to be a hook, but and it may be Eriksson. So 4:47 remains here in the second period. Flyers with only 6 shots on goal will go to the power play, and it's Eriksson's stick caught up in the Flyer. That's all she wrote.
Break brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Boston and Toronto. Bruins on the power play. Jonathan Bernier gives up the rebound. Carl Soderberg makes him pay. Bruins up 1-0 now in the second. Now back to Ken and Mick in Philly.
Power play for the home team. 6 shots on goal in 35 minutes of hockey. And the Red Wings so far, not only tonight but all season, have not given up a power play goal.
And that only tells you part of the story. The shots are 23-6. The Red Wings have attempted 51 shots. They've had 23 blocked by the Flyers, and 6 others have missed the net. Conversely, Philadelphia, just 18. Whether it be attempted, blocked by Detroit, or on goal. 51-18 for you analytics folks out there in favor of Detroit. But just 1-0. Voracek had a shot blocked. Giroux's got it. Voracek back in front, out the far side. Boy, do they move that well to Simmons.
Simmons wide open.
Voracek a shot, blocked in front again. And Kaiser relieves the pressure to get it down there.
Yeah, all of that, they don't even get a shot on goal. And he had a wide open net. I don't know if that puck got tipped or not. We'll take a look at it. It was right over his stick or through him, and the puck's cleared down the ice. So,
it'll sure go down in the category of attempted, though.
no kidding. It's got to be frustrating for this Flyer team at this point, not to convert on a play like that.
Quincy and Kronwall in the back end for the Red Wings. As Abdelkader moves up to the point, up front along with Joachim Andersen. Point shot for strike, off a stick and high and off the glass. Kronwall, perfect bounce through to Quincy. Gets out of trouble. And again, down the ice. Half minute to go in the Jonathan Eriksson penalty. Flyers' third power play of the game. 3 of their now 7 shots have come on the power play. And all 3 here. In the last power play before. Glendening without his helmet again. I think that's a nightly occurrence. Smith beat Umberger to the puck. The penalty is over. Eriksson is out of the box. So the Flyers 0 for 3 on the power play. 5 power play shots. 2 on the last one. So 5 of their 7 in this game have come with the man advantage. Only 2 even strength shots in this game for Philadelphia with under 2.5 to play in the second period. That's a nice job defensively by these Red Wings tonight. Brought in by Zetterberg. Still with Schultz trying to contain him off Emery. Abdicator back to cover. Moved by Kendall for Nyquist. And again into the Flyer end. Red Wings want to change here. Spin ahead to Raffl. Can't get past Kronwall. Kronwall ties up Chris Van de Velde. Puck is knocked away by Quincy to the near boards. Again, it's Raffl for Van de Velde in front of the goal. And they score! Wide open in front to defenseman Grossman. And it's 1-1. Well, the biggest fears for the Red Wings realized right there. One shot and they get a goal.
Well, maybe it's this end of the ice, but you can see when this puck isn't cleared here, you'll see 5 white jerseys all this way. And nobody back here in the back door for Grossman, who makes no mistake on a perfect pass. The goaltender has no chance in a play like that. Beautiful play, and boy, the Red Wings won't be happy. They haven't made any errors tonight like that one. Nobody home. Everybody on the near side post to the board.
Grossman not known for his offense. Jonas Gustafsson finally beaten for a goal this season. Here comes Shan. Checked by Shen. Giroux back in. Late stages of the period as the Flyers look to gain some life out of that. Comes back to the line to Luke Shan.
First goal of the season.
Gostisbehere with a head fake and a shot goes high.
Oh boy.
Gonna call them both.
Got them both for
embellishment and the trick.
Yeah. Voracek going after him, but he better not. There's no reason for that.
Shen will go to the box. Braden Shen for Philadelphia. Nestrasil for Detroit.
Detroit running for like 2 minutes. Okay. Philadelphia number 10, embellishment.
Be the referee here about embellishment or not. I don't know how you call that embellishment. I mean, he's got a stick between his legs. Where are you going? You're not going up, you're going down. I mean, what are we doing? Are we looking for embellishment so much that we're calling it like hooking was before? Well, that's really
they are looking for it.
I mean, if I was to look at that again, and we will, that's embarrassing to have a call made like that. He's looking right at it.
And that's what the officials don't want, is the players to embarrass them, but that's one debatable. Yep. So a little more room out there. 4-on-4 hockey.
2 minutes for hooking.
Eriksson couldn't pick it up cleanly. Zetterberg in. Nyquist is back to the point. Too far, though, from Eriksson to Kronwall. Zetterberg back to the net. Grossman, the goal scorer for the Flyers. Watching his country. Zetterberg circles the goal. Now the other way. 25 to go in the second period. In front of the net. Couturier's got it for Philadelphia. Head to Reed. Nowhere to go, though. Couldn't pick it up, and Kronwall's got it. Nyquist couldn't get to it. Zetterberg goes for a change. Emery clears it around. The Flyers content to roll out the second period. Being outshot 24-8, but they do get the late goal. Grossman from Van de Velde and Raffl at 18-21 to offset the Riley Sheahan goal from Nestrasil and Yurko in the first period, and after 40 minutes tied at 1 apiece.
Well, it's a very tentative, unsure Flyer team finds himself in a 1-1 game, but boy, they are very lucky. They can thank Ray Emery for that. And as the Red Wings got to be disappointed, they're not ahead in this game instead of just tied. But it's a one-shot game now going into the third period.
Chris Osgood, Darren Elliott join Justin White in our MGM Grand Detroit second intermission report.
40 minutes in the books. Red Wings supported on the road as usual here in Philadelphia. It's a 1-1 game, and Red Wings have been all over Philadelphia. 24-8 are the shots on goal, and this young line is no exception to that. Nestersil playing with Yurko and Riley Sheahan. They've got the only goal for Detroit tonight, and they have been all over this inexperienced Flyer defense, creating all kinds of opportunities. And there the goal, nicely set up by Nestersil. His first point as a National Hockey League player, and Riley Sheahan's first goal this year. He had 9 last year in about a half a season after coming up from Grand Rapids. So they were pretty good, creating some chances, Ken, in that period.
So the Red Wings with the 24 shots, Joachim Andersen and Thomas Yurko lead the Red Wings in that department with 3 apiece. Only 2 Red Wings without a shot after 40 minutes, and it's Brendan Smith and the other one being Nick Kronwall are the only 2 players without a shot on goal for the Red Wings. And as Kronwall knocked it back to the Flyer line. Stepping up at center was Kronwall, who hit in the way of Jake Voracek. He and Giroux each with 2 shots for the Flyers amongst their 8. Voracek. Flyers have been mixing up their line somewhat tonight. Voracek back to Giroux, and a save by Gustafsson. We'll hold on to that. The Flyers get a shot early in the 3rd period. Stay tuned to Red Wings Live after the game. We'll select the Fox Sports Detroit Red Wings player of the game, presented by McDonald's new triple cheeseburger for only $2. Justin White along with Darren and Chris in the studio tonight. Yours truly, Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond with you, and Trevor Thompson from the Wells Fargo Center.
Both those goaltenders probably wish they had more nights like Gustafsson's having tonight, which
Yes.
only got 9 shots in goal after 41 minutes of hockey.
De Kaiser brings it ahead to center. Tipped by Abdelkader in deep. Datsuk with a steal. And that'll be held as Datsuk out with Abdelkader and Tatar.
Well, Jimmy Howard is notepad and pen in hand tonight. As the Red Wing goaltenders that don't play get put to work, keeping stats for the coaches.
They chart the faceoffs.
And there you see, he has not played in this building.
Gustafsson has. The last Red Wing goaltender to win in this building was Mike Vernon. That game back in '97. 4 others have tried, including one of the 2 in the studio who didn't fare very well. I won't mention which one, but you can figure it out. Over to Brendan Smith. Abdelkader stepped up. Broken stick goes flying. It's his. Tatar took the shot. Oh, a little delay there.
Glendening for Detroit, as usual, in the middle of and pushing and shoving and verbal attacks down there. He's usually the guy for Detroit who gets everybody up in the air on the other side. Very much called an antagonist for sure. Tatar pulled the string on this one, pulled back, hoped for a better angle, didn't get it. And again, Emery's in the right place at the right time to make that shot. The 25th shot for Detroit. And Glendening. He's done a pretty good job of that in his very, very short career here in Detroit. And that's why the coaches, one of the reasons they like him so much. Here we got what do we got for hand pass?
Off the face-off, a hand pass. There's going to be a penalty. Joachim Andersen. He played the puck with his hand off the face-off. You can't do that. And interesting that he took the face-off that time, being a lefty and not a righty, in favor of Glendening, and it cost the Red Wings.
You got to wonder why he's arguing then. He knows the rule.
Should.
Let's see, did he do it?
Yes, he did.
Well, it was the butt end of the stick was there, but I think it caught it on the fingers of the glove. Yep.
Sure did.
So it's a good call.
So the Flyers have the power play here in a 1-1 tie. Their fourth power play of the game. 5 of their 9 shots in this game have come with the man advantage. Their goal came at even strength. Shot just deflected wide. Face-off violation is what they call that. Passing. The puck with the hand off the face-off. Giroux got it back to the line to mark strike. Strike took the shot. Gustafsson the save.
That's a dandy. Never saw it.
Simmons with Braden Shen with the puck now. One-timer Giroux missed on the far side. Another play.
Could be an interesting call whether this went straight into the net or not. And
They are conferring.
Yeah, they are.
Now, if it does hit the boards or any other part, it stays in.
All
That
four
was
of
an
them.
old rule that it did come out last year. They changed it. Now the officials are conferring on that. Whether the shot went straight out into the netting or it hit the boards. Let's see. Now they're still conferring. They want the players away from them to be sure. And with the Flyers in the power play, it's good they're taking the time to get this call right. They're saying, what did you see? Where did the puck hit? Now, did it go straight up? See, that's what Dan O'Rourke's asking right there.
It's hard to believe that it went straight. It can happen. The puck's on rolling. And they're going...
Face-off will stay in.
Yeah.
So
I thought it
must
hit the
hit
glass.
part of the board of the glass or anything else. And last season, that puck would have come out. But the league looking to create more offense, saying, you know what? Unless it's shot directly out by the offensive team, the face-off stays in the zone.
It's about as close as they get that one. But usually you can tell when it hits the glass by the sound.
And a draw won by Helm. Good face-off win. Gets to Kaiser to get it down the ice.
And even if you're not very good in face-offs, and Detroit was 46 to their 54, that's the right time to get one right there.
So Helm with Abdelkader. Shorthanded situation for Detroit. Puck is up and out of play.
Mike Babcock has used a lot of different combinations in his penalty kill. Here comes Miller and Glendening. They're a fixture. He's used Anderson a lot. He's used Datsuk at times. And they still remain perfect on their penalty kills so far this season. A lot of that is due to the fact that they're using great speed to not let the other team set up.
Sean Couturier. De Kaiser for the Red Wings. Gets checked. Couturier over there to get it. Back to Del Zotto. Couturier tried to feed back that way. Reed put it in. Checked on the play was Umberger. Pulled down was De Kaiser. Penalty coming to Philadelphia.
Well, again, the Flyers are just struggling to get any consistency and good flow going. Even on the power play, they haven't had a lot. They still have only 10 shots in the game. De Kaiser tied up there. And, he stepped on a stick. The Red Wings get a break on this call. He stepped on the Flyers' stick and lost his footing. And R.J. Umberger is in the box now with 24 seconds left to Anderson.
So the Red Wings 4 for 4 in the penalty kill tonight. 25 for 25 on the season. And 31 consecutive penalty kills going back to last season. Long pass for Michael Raffl, the free agent out of Austria. Giroux couldn't get a shot on net. Pavel Datsyuk. Brendan Smith. Back to Kindle. Quickly Zetterberg. 4-on-4. Zetterberg and Datsyuk together. And now the power play for Detroit. Bell Tire power play. So Red Wings change here. And working with the man advantage. Kronwall takes a look. Brings it ahead. He's got Nestrasil to the left. He comes up the middle. Gives it to Andre Nestrasil. First career point tonight. And a beautiful setup for the Riley Sheahan goal at even strength. Nyquist back to the line. Get it back from De Kaiser. On to Sheahan. His pass back though didn't work. And Gustafsson will come tee it up. DeKaiser smoothly to center. Tatar now. Nestrasil ahead to Nyquist. Back. DeKaiser just got there in time. Nyquist. Back for DeKaiser. Tatar near side. For DeKaiser. The shot to the goal just wide. Good pressure allows Tatar to get there as Nestrasil tied up his man. Tatar to DeKaiser. Walks it to the middle. Nyquist. Backhand pass. One-timer to Kaiser blocked. Going after it. Belmar. Wide on the left side. Gets checked. But keeps it along the boards. Good job by the 30-year-old forward. 5 seconds left in the Umberger penalty, and this is almost as loud, but for the goal that the Wells Fargo Center crowd has been tonight. Out of the box comes Umberger. So the Red Wings 0 for 3 on the power play. None on that last one, just one shot on their 3 power play tries tonight. Zetterberg tripped on his own back there. Now the crowd getting into it.
And feeding off that shift. That one shift by the young Frenchman.
Schultz with a pass for Giroux to Del Zotto. Voracek wide open, Raffles in, scores!
What a shot by this kid. And the Flyers, for the second time tonight, take advantage in behind the Detroit defense. Nobody there. Boy, oh boy. And I mean nobody there. So a miscue defensively by the Red Wings cost them. Here's Anderson.
Glendening, oh, and Anderson just missed it. Came right back in front.
This is number 93, Jacob Voracek. Along with number 15, Michael Del Zotto. 6 minutes, 1 second.
So it's a lead here for Philadelphia.
Third goal of the season. Assisting Voracek, Michael Del Zotto.
Voracek and Del Zotto assisting on the Raffle goal at 6:01. Helm trying to knife his way in. Getting it away from Jones into Datsuk, who's all alone. Scores! The Magic Man has tied up the game 2-2.
Those are the hands of a surgeon right there, boy. How does this happen, though? Puck's turned over. What a great job there by Darren Helm. Datsuk's in behind. Oh, my goodness. Goes to the backhand. Emery goes down. Datsuk goes up. It's a 2-2 game. Boom. He makes it look so easy. Wow. All because of Darren Helm and great application at the blue line. 42 seconds after the Flyers scored. That's a big comeback for Detroit on the road. Because after that one shift, shorthanded, the Flyer fans got into it. The Flyers got the lead. It could have been all downhill, and Datsuk says, not this time. 2-2 we go.
Datsuk, who was -2 on for both of the Flyer goals, makes amends right there. Now Zetterberg on a steal. Put it toward the net, and Emery will hold on with Abdelkader going for it. So with that, we'll step out in a 2-2 tie. Red Wings and Flyers from Philadelphia, Fox Sports Detroit.
Hey guys.
Let's revisit how the Red Wings tied this game a moment ago with Datsuk and Helm on the rush. It was a broken play, really. And you'll see here, Godesbear, right here. He loses his stick as he stumbles over some bodies. The puck comes in here and it's going to get lost. However, Helm recovers right there. He doesn't even look and finds Datsuk in behind the Flyer defense. And he makes no mistake to beat Ray Emery to tie this game. 12:51 to go and a 2-2 game here in Philly on a Saturday night.
If you're Godesbear, can you imagine your first National Hockey League game and you're up against Pavel Datsuk?
No kidding. That's not
like
fair.
that in the third period. No.
That really isn't fair. Nobody said it would be.
Helm back to the line for Erickson. Blocked again. Raffel, who had given the Flyers the lead, blocked that one. Jake Voracek. Tried to pinball it back to the defense, but just didn't work. Michael Del Zotto will set up for Philadelphia. Del Zotto got secondary assist on that Raffel goal. Luke Schenn, former Maple Leaf, came over in the James Van Riemsdyk trade. And maybe the Flyers might like that. Grossman got the other Flyers goal. Zetterberg able to come up with a look in front to Abdelkader. Wayne Simmons. Kindle blocked. Turned in behind for Brayden Schenn. Kindle blocked that. He and Simmons collide. Good play, Abdelkader to Zetterberg. Up along with Nyquist.
That was pre-planned, Ken.
Sure was. Schenn beat Nyquist to the puck. Moves it around for Nicholas Grossman. Sean Couturier. He was drafted with the pick that the Flyers got from Columbus for Jeff Carter. Leaped overall.
He's a dandy, good defensive player, and can score when he gets his chance.
That pass went astray from the rookie. Justice there. But it ends up in the Red Wing zone anyway. Luke Glendening. For Joachim Anderson. Lost it at center. The Flyers back in. Sean Couturier. Took the shot and went off the stick up into the netting. And out of play. Face off to stay in the Detroit zone. And you can watch a Red Wings game in a premium suite with one of your Hockeytown heroes like Kirk Maltby or Chris Draper. Suite packages include a guest alumnus, 30 suite tickets, food and beverages, and more. And for information, go to DetroitRedWings.com/heroes of Hockeytown. Shane on the draw with Giroux. Giroux out of that pile, came up with it in front for Voracek. Voracek gets taken to the boards by Kronwall. Now Erickson chases Giroux to the near side. Hustling over was Yurko. Kronwall beat his man Giroux to the puck. Stepping in is Schultz. Yurko couldn't get to it in time. Kronwall on Giroux again. But he's going to get a penalty for his efforts. Delayed call here to the Red Wings. As Strike comes over, Emery to the bench for an extra skater. Good play by Nestrasil to get the touch.
Well, for the first time in the hockey game, really, the Flyers were getting to the loose pucks before the Red Wings, and as a result, Detroit was to take a penalty. Holding they called. Giroux and company really had that puck on a string deep in the Red Wing zone.
And the Flyers are going on Peter.
We're looking at it. He's got his arm around Giroux's right arm. It's an easy call for the ref to make, I guess.
So Giroux, Simmons, Brayden, Schenn, Voracek, and Strike for the Flyers in the power play. Glendening and Anderson for the Red Wings penalty killing unit with the Kaiser and Quincy. Comes back to the line for Strike. Saved by Gustafsson on a one-timer from Voracek. Giroux for Philadelphia. For Simmons back of the net. Anderson now goes after Voracek and got that opening from where Voracek came. Send it up the left wing side back to center. Flyers are right back in. Claude Giroux to the other side for Jake Voracek. Brayden Schenn had to turn back. Gets help from Mark Strike. Claude Giroux deflected over top by Simmons. Voracek to the near side again for Giroux. Turning is Voracek. For Schenn, they score! For the first time in 26 tries, the Red Wing penalty killing unit has been beaten.
It's a redirection in front of the net. Voracek to Schenn, I believe it was. And Simmons doing his thing in front of the net. I don't think he touched the puck. And the Flyers get the lead. Yeah, right in the middle of the four Red Wing defenders. And the Flyers get rewarded to get the lead one more time. Simmons doing his thing. I don't think Gustafsson saw the puck. Simmons won't get an assist on the play, but he did a lot of work.
So their third goal on their 13th shot. And a power play goal. As Gustafsson will hold on. So Philadelphia back in the lead by one with plenty of time left in this one.
Power play goal Flyers. Braden Schenn is going to make it 3-2. His second goal of the year. And look where he's parked. Right in the middle of all four Detroit checkers. And it's a perfect redirection as Wayne Simmons blocks the view of Gustafsson. And we're down to 8:38 to go and a one-goal lead for the home team.
Flyers with a 2-3-2 record coming into the game, and including tonight, they've been tied in the third period in 7 of 8 games they played this season. All but the 4-0 loss at Chicago. Datsuk shoots. Well, they've been in every game. Broken stick out there as Emery will hold on as Belzato's stick was broken.
Good follow-up shift by Detroit. Grunwald, I think he's got lost an edge on his skate. He had trouble standing up, but he managed to recover, get the puck out to Helm and tried to stuff it in the short side high. Grunwald played almost 17 minutes after 40 minutes. Usually around 22 to 25 minutes a night. Ooh, funny bouncer that Emery was sharp to keep out. Grunwald and DeKaiser usually the two highest minute munchers for Mike Babcock. And the Flyers, if they can continue to lead this game and win it, it's got to be a huge win for them with two of the best defensemen out of the lineup. And all these young players in the lineup.
Especially the way it was going for the most part for nearly 40 minutes. This will be icing. As you look at Henrik Zetterberg, our Red Wing player fact is brought to you by Motor City Casino Hotel. Overnight past Ted Lindsay for 8th on the all-time points list. 2 assists against the Penguins.
That one was a beauty. What a pass by DeKaiser.
That made it 3-2.
About 3 minutes left in the game. Set it up for Cromwell to get his second and send it to overtime.
Caught right off the draw that Gustafsson holds on to. Draw one, back for Eriksson. Picked up by Nyquist. Big strike to the boards. Applicator, second man in. Went back for Nyquist, but Giroux was there. Voracek behind for strike. Played it safely past Eriksson. Pass for Voracek just out of his reach. Voracek stays with it. Still has that puck as Zetterberg tries to take it from him. Tip to the line for strike. Abdelkader got a stick on that. Backhanded through. Juggled by Gustafsson. And a good second effort by Giroux to get a shot on goal. Hurried to Zetterberg at the end of the shift. He'll turn back as his mates are changing. Kindle comes over the boards and gets a shot that's deflected, and Emery will hold on to that. Series continues tomorrow night. Game 5, Royals and Giants in San Francisco. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7 Eastern on Fox and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
You mentioned Zetterberg passing Ted Lindsay 730 points. That was done in 767 games, including tonight.
Kansas City, by the way, winning tonight 4-1 in the top of the third.
What a story they've been all year. Holy mackerel. They and the Tigers fought all year long right to the end. And you get in with the wild card and holy smoke.
Like the winning streak they had going, too. So Yurko with Sheahan and Nestrasil, Smith and Kindle. Just under 7 to play. 32-15 the shots for the Red Wings. The Flyers lead. They got a power play goal. The difference now is Belmar went to shoot it in, but again it's into the Red Wing bench. Jimmy Howard nearly had to make a save.
32-15, the shots on goal favor the road team here tonight. It's not the first time this year in a short season already that Red Wings have outplayed the other team very badly and find themselves behind.
Flyers have 3 on the board tonight and 25 in the season. Last season, through the first 15 games, which cost them Peter Laviolette, Berube took over. Through the first 15 games last year, they scored just 22 goals. And they have that already this year in 7 games. And as again, the puck is up and out of play. And they got the edge tonight by 1. Helm, who set up that beautiful goal by Datsyuk. Which at the time got the Red Wings even at 2.
Both these teams playing in Game 8 tonight. And the Red Wings have been very, very good on the defensive side of the puck through 7 games and change here.
4th best in the league at 1.66 goals against. Tatar and Umberger exchanging a little stick work there. R.J. Umberger spent 3 years with the Flyers from 05 to 08 before going to Columbus. Scored 18 goals last year. Was acquired with a 4th-round pick for Scott Hartnett. He's had quite the start for the Blue Jackets. A goal and 8 assists for Scott Hartnett already in Columbus. To the point. The Kaiser shot down in front. Umberger blocked it. The Kaiser stepped up. Owen Tatar couldn't scoot through. Again, the Kaiser's got it. Grossman played it ahead. And it finally works its way into the Red Wing end. Both teams in the midst of changing. Quincy waits. Zetterberg goes up the middle. Angled ahead to Nyquist, hit the linesman's skate toe. Never got through to him. Then too far for Giroux. It'll turn into an icing against Philadelphia. Red Wings get a bit of a break there. Well, join us again on Halloween night. Our next telecast when the Red Wings welcome in the Stanley Cup champion Kings. Our coverage begins at 7 with Red Wings Live. Former Flyers Mike Richards, Jeff Carter, Drew Doughty and company. What a game that'll be as we close out October on Halloween. Red Wings and Kings on Fox Sports Detroit. Draw 1 by Zetterberg. Brendan Smith a shot. Oh, it didn't miss by much. Abdelkader without a stick. Nyquist digs the puck free. Put it back for Smith, who had to go on his back net. Getting it through to Nyquist. Abdelkader's got his stick now. Nyquist in front. Off to the other side for Luke Schenn. Schenn played it ahead. Zetterberg knocked it down at center. Getting one ahead for Nyquist, who worked it through to Abdelkader. Abdelkader with a good move to create some space. Gets it to the goal. Arrived quickly on Emery. Zetterberg there to grab it. Looked in front for Abdelkader, but a good read by Giroux. Helped out by Schenn. Luke Schenn to center. Long shot. Gustafsson saved. The Flyers and Red Wings both changed. Tipped in by Nestrasil. Much better game tonight for him. Along with Yurko and Sheahan. The linesman good for the Red Wings. Yurko digs it free to the line to the Kaiser. For Jakob Kindl. Had it blocked, got it again into Yurko. Backhander blocked again. Riley Sheahan, Strite's got him covered. Shane, that big body, finds the Kaiser, shot to the goal, knocked down in front. Sent back to the line, no icing here. As it was by Detroit to Kindle, but he had to go back and get it. Good pressure, Detroit. Darren Helm goes after it at center. Helm out with Tatar, and Datsuk gains the line. Datsuk's got it. Over for Smith. Again hit a leg of a flyer. Good check by Datsuk, allowing Helm to try a wraparound in front. Nobody there to tap it home. Brendan Smith. Back for Datsuk. Scooped it back. Little head fake. Datsuk dropped it back to Smith. Crosses there at the line. Datsuk's got no stick. A complaint saying, hey, I didn't drop it. They knocked it out of my hands. Zetterberg comes on for him. He wants the puck, and he's got it. 1-on-4. Zetterberg goes wide. Pulled it back. Emery got a piece of that. Zetterberg forcing the issue. Came up with the puck. Getting it to Nyquist. Datsuk stick still in the lane. Nyquist dump, no call. Abdelkader tries to get to it. Clear to the line. Zetterberg there to block. And again, the Red Wings come up with it. Zetterberg back in on the right wing. Emery, a pad save off Datsuk's stick. To Kaiser. Zetterberg waits. Pair of eights go down. Abdelkader and Grossman, who's on top of them. And again, the Flyers are under siege. Just clear it out again. And it's out of play. We'll be back to Philadelphia in a moment. And for the last 20 seconds, Pavel Datsuk's had 4 ears there. He was cut over the lip and no call.
Well, it was Simmons with a pretty good two-hander on him. Not this one. That was a one-hander. But this slash right here caught him very badly on the right arm, and it looked like in the face. And it's hard to believe that that never gets called. And Pavel's going, what game are we playing in? And just a moment ago, down with Nyquist. So, didn't touch him by much, but nonetheless, Red Wings have to deal with it. 3-2, they're down, 2:44 to go, and a deep zone face-off to the left of Emery.
And Pete Van Zandt was on the bench working on Pavel to stop the bleeding, so he indeed was cut on the play. Which would have been 4 minutes had it been caught. Kronwall. Just too far for Datsuk. Raffle and Datsuk were jostling at center. Datsuk can't get through. Zetterberg back to Kronwall. Datsuk goes off on a chain. Zetterberg forced by Umberg. Couturier. Abdelkader circles the goal with it. Tried to reverse to Kronwall, didn't work. That went off to Kaiser. John Couturier. Put it back of the net. Going back to the line to Grossman. Zetterberg with an opening. Grossman's got it for the Flyers. 90 seconds to go in the third period, and he's iced the clock.
Wow. Whoa, and this might be an interesting icing.
As Gustafson's going to come out of the net. The Red Wings are going to have 6 skaters. Reminder to get the $59 fan pack to see the Wings and the Kings Halloween night. 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 soft drinks starting at just $59. The first 5,000 fans at the Joe get a Halloween-themed t-shirt. For tickets, go to DetroitRedWings.com now. Gustafson on the bench. Net empty Detroit. It worked twice against Pittsburgh. And we have the same magic here tonight. Nyquist for Kindle. Yurko tried to go back to Nyquist. Grossman got it ahead to Umberger. Brendan Smith back to retrieve it.
Pittsburgh almost scored twice. Probably should have in the open net.
Here's Kindle. Saved by Emery. Juicy rebound. Held in at the line. Good play by Tatar, who went for it again. Another good hold in, this time by Brendan Smith. Back of the goal to Nyquist. Backdoor play. Tatar. Oh, and Emery, I think, got a piece as it was heading toward the goal, and a good save. Yurko. Tatar's got it now. 45 to go in the period. Brendan Smith into the middle. They chop at it and get it out to center. Smith couldn't get through. Puck is up high. Tap back to center. Empty net. Scores Raffl.
Well, Raffl gets his second of the night, and the Flyers, unlikely winners of this hockey game. And Ray Emery, boy, for this save, may get a star tonight in this building. Thomas Tatar on the backhand, it doesn't go. And the Flyers are going to get out of here with only 17 shots to Detroit 37.
19:29, the time of Raffl's second of the night in the empty net. As the Red Wings' losing streak here in Philadelphia reaches 9 games. Last win here, January of '97 regular season, and in Game 2 of the Cup Final that same year. So it's reached 9, and how strange it is that the winning goal will go down as a power play goal. The first time in 26 tries the Red Wings allowed a power play goal, and it winds up being the winner off Braden Shen.
Tough to play as well as he did in a hockey game and have it get away from them like this. They won't be happy about that for sure.